KLCS spotlights the winners of the 27th Annual Video in the Classroom Awards in the Los Angeles Unified School District. This is the Video in the Classroom Showcase.
Hello and welcome to the 2014 Video in the Classroom Showcase. I'm Jorge Briceño, Director of Educational TV here at KLCS. Over the course of this season, we're going to look at how students and teachers throughout the Los Angeles Unified School District integrate various curricular areas into award-winning classroom video productions. All of the productions featured in our program were recognized with Vic Awards at this year's Video in the Classroom competition. Science, history, language arts, mathematics, and the visual and performing arts are all represented in the videos we'll be showcasing for you. Writing biographies of famous people has been a staple in classrooms for as long as we can recall. When teacher Greg LaPittus hands out a similar assignment to his students, they don't publish the information that they gleaned on paper. Instead, they create a video biography. Let's watch two of these outstanding productions. The first focuses on political and environmental activist Wangari Maathai.
Wangari Maathai was born on April 1, 1940 in a village close to Nairi, Kenya in eastern Africa. She was the oldest child in her family, but she did not go to school until she convinced her parents to let her go. She was very smart and continued her studies in Nairi. She found a love for science, which got her a science scholarship to the University of Pittsburgh. This was surprising for her because not many women were scientists at the time. Later on, she went to the University of Nairobi and obtained a PhD. As she lived in Africa, she noticed a great deal of deforestation. Trees were very important to the villages and towns around them. Trees were important to the area because they took the excessive carbon and put out oxygen. They also provided clean water for the streams and rivers, and that led to clean water for the towns and villages. Trees provided clean water because bare hills like this one would erode when rain came down, and it would put lots of dirt and debris into the water supplies.
I think that it is very, very important to continue encouraging our governments and ourselves that the environment is not really an issue for tomorrow. The environment is an everyday issue. It's the air we breathe, it's the water we drink, it's the food we eat, and we can't live without these things.
Wangari Maathai soon realized the problem and had to come up with a solution. So she organized groups of women to plant seedlings which would grow into trees. The government just laughed at them because no one took them seriously, but they soon realized what an impact they were making. Police officers and builders threw rocks at them, mocked them, and even hit them with clubs, but that didn't stop them. In 1977, Professor Wangari Maathai founded the Green Belt Movement, or GBM. These people planted trees at small towns and villages, and that made a huge impact on the people living there. But Wangari Maathai didn't just affect Kenya and Africa. Word of her trees spread around the world. The Green Belt movement was spreading around the globe with a huge force. In 2004, Wangari Maathai won the Nobel Peace Prize. She was the first African woman and environmentalist to do this. This is the story of one woman that changed the world. The Green Belt movement has planted over 35 million trees and is still planting trees to this day. Even though Wangari Maathai passed away in September 24th of 2011, her message is still saving the world, one tree at a time. To learn how you can get active, visit www.thegreenbeltmovement.org.
Our next production examines the challenges faced by California's first openly gay elected official, Harvey Milk.
Single neighborhood issue or city issue for the last 5 years, you found Harvey Milk taking a stand, one way or the other, but taking a stand.
How did Harvey Milk take a stand by becoming the first openly gay person to run for public office? Well, we'll just have to start at the beginning to find out. Harvey Milk was born May 22nd, 1930 in Woodmere, New York. Harvey was an outgoing child. Everybody loved him and he liked being the center of attention. Harvey Milk knew he was gay at age 14, but he kept it a secret. After college, he moved to a neighborhood in San Francisco called the Castro District, where he could live openly gay. Harvey opened a camera store called Castro Camera, which became a community place where people went to talk to Harvey about their problems. Hey, welcome to Castro Camera. I'm Harvey. What would you like? A camera lens, some advice because I'm gay and I just got fired from a job, and that scrapbook over there. Okay, that'll be $13.99. Thank you for shopping at Castro Camera. Thank you. Harvey had all the important traits the neighborhood was looking for in a leader. He was fair, people liked him, he was a great listener, and wasn't afraid to have a different opinion. He decided to compete for office because the neighborhood needed a voice. Different kinds of people came together to work on Harvey's campaign to try to get him elected. The volunteers included everyone from kids to senior citizens. He competed and lost 3 times. A lot of people thought his campaign was a joke. Finally, Harvey was elected in 1977 to the Board of Supervisors and made history by being the first openly gay person to be elected to public office.
Are you going to be a supervisor for all the people? I have to be. That's what I was elected for. I have to be there to open up for the dialogue, for the sensitivities of all people, for all the problems. The problems that affect this city affect all of us.
Harvey fought for gay rights, but he also took a stand for other minority groups that were discriminated against, like African Americans, Asian Americans, senior citizens, and people with disabilities. And even this guy with a snake. His election represented change and is a great example of cooperation in history because he brought all groups together to fight for what they thought was right. Harvey was motivated to compete against people who didn't think gays and other minorities should have equal rights. One of Harvey's biggest accomplishments while in office was to pass the Gay Rights Bill. The bill said that you couldn't be fired from your job for being gay. This bill represents change and showed that all who voted for the bill were also willing to take a stand. One member of the Board of Supervisors named Dan White voted against the Gay Rights Bill. He didn't believe that all people should have equal rights. On November 10, 1978, Dan White snuck into City Hall and shot and killed Mayor Moscone and Harvey Milk. Although Harvey was only in office for 11 months, his message about taking a stand still leaves a huge impact on the civil rights movement and gay rights today. Every year, Harvey is remembered and celebrated on May 22nd on Harvey Milk Day.
And you've got to elect gay people so that that young child and the thousands upon thousands like that child know that there's hope for a better world. There's hope for a better tomorrow. Without hope, not only gays, but those blacks, and the Asians, and the disabled, and the seniors, the us's, S's, without hope, the S's give up. I know that you cannot live on hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. And you, you've got to give them hope. Thank you very much.
And now let's meet the teacher who supervised the production of Take a Stand, Greg LaPittus.
So, Mr. LaPittus, congratulations once again on your Vic Awards, I should say.
Thanks so much.
Let me ask you about your projects, Take a Stand. Did students produce and edit these projects at home, or did you take class time for the technical aspects of this video?
Most of the work was done at home. We, at our school, with the help of my media lab teacher, Mr. Benson, we gave an introductory overview of the bolts and nuts of using iMovie. In the Take a Stand projects, I showed them where to find still pictures or where to find video clips of, but most of it was done at their home. In one of the two, the child decided to use the app Vine, and that was something that I have never introduced. He's been using it. So most of it was done at home, but most of the research was done at school.
What have you found that engaging students in video production does to stimulate their creativity, not only for the production, but perhaps for other areas that you are working on?
Well, our school's gifted plan, as it being a gifted school, we have to choose two areas, and one of them has been, for the longest period of time, has been creative thinking and critical thinking. And I think video production itself really keeps in mind those two critical areas that need to be developed. And not every kid in my classroom is gifted, I think, but as a result, the video production process allows children to go well beyond what I expect, well beyond what the grade level standards or the new Common Core standards are going to expect. And the variety of what they produce takes me back every year.
Well, thank you for joining us,
welcome.
and once again, congratulations to you and your students. If you'd like to learn more about the annual Video in the Classroom competition, visit our website at klcs.org and click on the Education tab. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at the Vic Awards. Until next time, that's a wrap.